Pacha, pacha, pacha.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first episode of High Q Eats. Today, we are looking at none other than the most bona fide of American institutions, Lil Woody's. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I'm going to take it right inside there. We're going to walk right inside that door, and we're going to look at what Lil Woody's has to offer. First thing you do, you look at the menu. Even an amateur can tell you that. But what an amateur can't tell you is that Lil Woody's menu is hard to navigate. I don't care if you give me the Garmin. I don't care if you give me the Google Maps, the Bing, the aux cord, whatever you give me. This menu is something else. So why do I say that? Well, they got everything. I mean, this is the Pan's Labyrinth of a menu. There's gotta be at least 7 or 8, maybe 10, maybe 11. Doesn't really matter. It ain't easy. They got everything you can imagine. They got the Lil Woody. They got the big Woody. They got the medium-sized Woody. They got the 4-door. They got the hatchback. They got the P90X. Look, you can have the Garmin. You can have the Bing Maps. I don't care what you got, but this thing is not easy to navigate. I've said it once, if I've said it a million times, this is the Pan's Labyrinth of restaurant menus. Luckily, and I mean, this is like once in a lifetime kind of luck. I walk around the streets of Seattle at night, and people are giving me recommendations all the time. Not straight recommendations, but they're always begging me for money for this one dish they got at Lil Woody's, and that's a little ditty they call crack. I think I gotta take it back before I can take it forward. My parents, God rest their souls, they're doing great. They are these hardworking immigrants from these third world countries. I mean, like Italy and Chicago. And they come here with only one thing in mind. They want their child to have a better life, succeeds, who does something with their life. And they got me. So, I mean, maybe it's not their first choice. It's probably their second choice. Let's look at what really crack has to offer. So our French fries here, these little buggers are going to cause you some problems because they are loaded with as the French say, oil. And you look at these and you can't help but think to yourself, this is really exactly how the French intended them to be. So that's nice. And a little tricky, you might be asking, how do you eat these guys? How do you eat the fries? A lot of people are gonna go and with the hands and dip it in there and just eat it. But look, I went to college. I am not about to appropriate all of South Asia with such a simple display of disrespect. This is a little child-proof. But I am going to do things the right way, the respectful way. A real blend of East meets West, kind of like a Rush Hour. No. Kind of like a Rush Hour 2. And I always carry a couple of these boys with me because I'll tell you what, this is life advice. This is for free, ignoring all the food. Look, a couple of chopsticks have gotten me out of more than one snafu in my time, so carry a couple of these guys around. We're not gonna do a Michael Phelps here and just really plow through it. We're gonna do more of a Katie Ledecky and just, you know what I mean? Just, did you get that? Pull it out, and let me walk you through what's going on here. Okay. Alright, okay. I think I'm having an aneurysm. The good kind. Katie Ledecky. French fry. Okay. Here's the problem with this setup is I suspect that being that it's only 2018 and all, y'all can't taste this on the other side of the. I want you guys to get an idea of what I'm experiencing right now, and I think the best way to do this is to look at online reviews on the Yelp. And luckily, I have some pulled up, and this one comes from Emily J of Kirkland. Y is most likely Spanish for Washington. Anyway, Emily writes, this is my personal opinion. It's her personal opinion, so a little grain of salt. This is my personal opinion, and I am not sure. A lot of hesitation. If it was just my burger, or if it was all of them. When the burger came out and I picked it up, it was dripping. And not in the good way. What? How can it... All right. You know what? Yelp was a bad idea. Not dripping in a good... That's like saying having an aneurysm in a good way. That's just... All right, let's be objective about it. I liked it. I'm going to have to give it a couple of these, some of this, and a couple of these. And that's really all that can be said at the end of the day. So, I don't know. Thanks for watching. If you are not convinced that OJ did the murder, make sure to leave your case in the comments, and see you next time.